Hey, Milspouse, are you ready to skyrocket your remote career while staying rooted in your military spouse journey? Today, I'm uncovering the genius behind Travelers Insurance, where military spouses not only find jobs, but pathways to unstoppable professional growth. I'm 𝗵𝗺𝗀𝗀 founder and your Milspouse bestie, Kimber Hill. You are in for a game-changing journey as I unveil the secrets to building a thriving remote career that flourishes alongside your active duty military spouse life. Virtual employment is here to stay. I'm military spouse, 𝗵𝗺𝗀𝗀 founder, and your remote work expert, Kimber Hill. Subscribe now to learn how you too can thrive in the virtual workforce.
Quick side note, I wanted to invite you to join our referral race. It's an exciting opportunity to win amazing prizes like a custom Stanley tumbler simply by sharing the news of our amazing new partner, Expert Voice. This partnership opens doors for qualified groups, including military spouses, to enjoy huge discounts on top brands that we all love. Don't miss out. Sign up using the link in the show notes. Now, back to our conversation with travelers.
So, welcome to our Coffee Connect. We are celebrating moving forward together with travelers, and today we're going to explore how Travelers goes literally above and beyond when it comes to supporting and nurturing military spouses. We've got Regan 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. She is a military spouse who has worked her way up from customer service rep to resolution support specialist, and she mentors her teammates, including other military spouses. She is known as her department's first balance champion. What a cool title. Hey, Regan. So are there any personal or professional challenges that you, Regan, faced along the way that Travelers has helped support you through?
Most definitely. Shortly after starting with Travelers, I had my daughter, and my husband had deployed right after having her, and managing a household with my 3-year-old and a newborn by myself, being away from a support system, was extremely difficult. One thing that I love about Travelers is they have different caregiving support resources, and so my manager was able to provide me with connections to get that process going and get that extra support for me and my children. My life was feeling a slight bit chaotic, as it normally does when there's deployments at hand, and my manager made sure that they were always checking on me. We had coachings very frequently, and he was always making sure that I was okay and felt supported, and that was like a lifeline in a time that was really, really just uncertain. And truthfully, I feel like Travelers helped keep my mind occupied and busy during that time as well. And it was really amazing, an amazing experience.
Yeah, as a parent, you take on so much during a deployment. And one of the things that can often be sacrificed in that circumstance is upward mobility in your career, or even just continuity in your career. So for me, it's really impressive that Travelers is offering the support that an active duty spouse requires during that time, and that they're paying attention to it. So while you're experiencing all of that, how did Travelers help you upskill and promote through all of your professional growth?
So with Travelers, they provide a really safe environment. So every manager or leader that I have spoken to has always been interested in knowing what I want to do, and how they always provide you with connections to get there. Every manager that I've had has made sure that they are aware of my goals, and even my very first manager, whenever I was moving over to our resolution team, he helped support me with providing mock interviews and tips and getting me connected to people within that department. My prior manager in our resolution team, it's RST for short, they were aware of my interest in human resources, and they got me the ability to connect with my current manager, so I got to shadow interviews with her. And then when a role became available to become a new hire lead, I was able to take that leap, and I already had that familiarity with my current manager, so I feel like that helped a lot. He sent me recommendations on books for me to read to prepare for interviews. All of the leaders are extremely supportive and always trying to make sure that they're helping you get to where you want to be.
I like that. I think that it can be common to sit in a position and not know how to be upwardly mobile within a company, but Travelers is providing the leadership program and giving you space to say, I want to be considered for this when the time is right, and letting you prepare to get yourself there. So I love the support structure, and I'm really proud of your pursuit of it and how well it's turned out for you in your life and your career. How did you come to find Travelers, and what milestones or experiences helped shape your career there so far?
So I've been a military spouse since 2020, and I'm currently at Fort Cavazos, Texas, and I've been with Travelers since May of 2021. When I had first got married, I had joined one of those local spouses page within the area, and I saw that Travelers was recommended. At the time, I was working at a job that didn't really have sufficient income, and I noticed that Travelers offered a decent pay and sustainable income on there. So I took a leap of faith and decided to hop in, and I was extremely excited about having a career that was going to be able to follow me from base to base. After starting with Travelers in May of 2021 as an insurance service representative, I started mentoring our new hires and helping coach fellow teammates within 4 months of being out of training. And then in March of 2023, I was promoted to a resolution support specialist with Travelers and became that department's first balance champion, where I'm able to go through different statistics of my teammates and help them have a good balance amongst their statistics that we measure for. I've had multiple NSYNC nominations, which is where we can win a trip to Disney, and I actually won our NSYNC award for 2023 this year. So I just got back from Disney this past Wednesday. This past January, I started work as a new hire lead, which is our Operation Learning Hub support specialist, and I'm able to assist our new hires in learning our systems and policies and help support our facilitators for our new hires and our new hire managers and coaching them.
I love your upward mobility. So I hope that everyone here who's looking at Travelers as a potential employer hears what Regan just said, and that is painting a story of upward mobility for you. So if you have the time and intention to progress with an employer, Travelers is where you need to be. If you're listening to Regan, she's not been there long. She's been awarded, she's been promoted. They just sent her to Disney World. How many employers are doing that right now? Is my first question. And my second question is, how many employers are intentionally doing that in a remote capacity for military spouses? Ask yourself that as we move forward. Keep that on the front of your mind. And what's remarkable is that this mindset of upward mobility and growth and support is not just limited to military spouses. At Travelers, fostering leadership and support is ingrained into the very company culture. In fact, the VP of Talent Acquisition, Jennifer White, is going to tell us quite a bit about that. So Jennifer, hello.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us today. I'm Jen White. I lead the experience recruiting teams here at Travelers. I'm just rounding out about 20 years with the company, which is surreal to say out loud, but I can share from my own experience that Travelers truly is invested in employees' development and growth. And I'm really proud that our leadership invests so much in ensuring that we have the tools to get there. Just last week, we launched the Career Hub, which is an internal technology that uses artificial intelligence and your skills to help create it's like a personalized career development experience. It's a one-stop shop where you can research classes and courses to take. It also enables you to connect with different mentors across the organization for career advice. It helps you identify what career paths are available for employees based upon the certain skills that you have today, as well as tries to match you up with skills in the future. So it's been a really exciting week in already. We've gotten some really good feedback so far, and we're looking forward to seeing what that produces for our talent moving forward in the future.
I am
far,
so
good.
excited about Career Hub. I cannot wait to see and hear the positive feedback, especially from your military spouse community. And then we want to extend a super warm welcome to Patrick as he is joining the 𝗵𝗺force community.
We're working every day. I mean, I feel very lucky to have moved into this team. Very big shoes to fill with Julie moving on to my old portfolio, but we're looking to expand in other areas. So I'm just going to tease that, and we'll say more to come in the future. I've learned a lot about 𝗵𝗺force over the last few months, and honestly, how much you guys have supported us and supported our organization, and just how critical you've been to our recruiting success and organizational success over the last few years. What I think I'm most excited about is, I know you heard from Regan earlier, she is not the outlier in this situation in terms of having been promoted. We are seeing, you know, over the last 4 years, Jim mentioned in the chat, we've hired over 300 military spouses. We are seeing a lot of progression within that team. We have opportunities available for those professionals, and we're just really excited to see everybody kind of continue on and progress in their own individual journey. I am baby travelers compared to everyone else you heard here today. I've only been here 4.5 years, which is a long period of time, but I'm in my third role, and you know, moving over, experiencing this line of business, kind of rounding out the organization or understanding the organization better has been critical to my engagement, my development, and I think it's something that I hope you all will experience as well.
A lot of times people will ask us as they interact with us, what keeps you at Travelers? And I think almost all of us say it's the people. And it sounds like a very simple term, but it truly is. It's the people. So if you get the opportunity to work with us in the future, I hope that you find that true as well.
Yeah, and I'm not going to take up too much time, but what I will add to that is, and one of the reasons that I've been here 4.5 years and will be here the next, is there's something internally we talk about called the Traveler's Promise, which is respecting and taking care of your clients, our customers, our communities, and each other. And that really echoes through the entire organization. It's an organization that kind of meets you where you are in life, it meets you where you are with opportunity. And I think it's one of the reasons that I still introduce myself as baby travelers at 4.5 years. And the most, in my opinion, the craziest thing about that is I am still the least tenured person on my team, on my own team. And there are not many places that have that kind of tenure and commitment to employees, and employees with that kind of tenure and commitment to the team.
We hired a Milspouse about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago. 12-year gap in employment. And when she first talked to me, she said, how am I going to approach an interview, Jim? I mean, like, what do I talk about? And I said, well, you know, like, do you have kids? Do you ever like advocate for your kids when you PCS, you go to a new school and you talk to the teacher? She says, oh my God, every time I move, I go, well, that answers the question of, you know, how do you resolve a problem? Have you ever faced a difficult situation? Have you ever influenced someone? If you think about the questions on an interview, I mean, that interacting with your kiddos, you know, school teacher, you could answer probably 6 interview questions. That's experience, that's life experience. And that's what we look for. So don't think of, you know, about, I've only done this or I've only done that. You know, think about what you've done, what you've accomplished, and then how you can communicate that to a Jen or to a Patrick or to a Nick or somebody on an interview. And at least in our company, I'd like to say that we're going to respond really favorably. I always say that we're looking for reasons to say yes, not reasons to say no.
So thank you so much to the Travelers team. We appreciate you all for being here. And thank you for showing us how we are moving forward together and how you are giving military spouses unparalleled support.